36. Today was like the day of canola. Good and bad, yeah. I'm gonna try and make this quick because there are like some rain clouds I need my way. So I headed down the hill from the camp, Smith Hill camp, and then crossed into, it was just like fenced off sections. You know, on one side of me might be like a field of something or a crop. The other side might be like, you know, just a paddock of cows or something. But it kept coming to like dirt tracks where like the two fields would connect either side, so then I'd have to like go over a stile, like not a proper stile, like logs or something. Once there wasn't even anything, but the fence was like I could just get like my legs over the fence, and then you'd cross like a track and then go over another one and then walk through that section for a little while, and then you'd come to like 2 more fences that you had to cross. So yeah, that was getting a bit annoying. But eventually after that came to just a dirt road. I passed a road that was called Diddy's Road, which I thought was kind of funny because I've done a video on my Diddy's. Yeah, and then I saw Diddy's Road. And then I had a muddy road, which, yeah, that was a bit annoying as well. Like constantly trying to get the mud off my shoes. Then eventually it turned onto a good road, so then I was using that time to clean my shoes and try and scrape and stomp the mud and shit off them. It was pretty much just left, right on dirt roads for a while. I passed by like so many canola fields. Like I said, it was definitely the day of canola, so that was alright looking at them from a distance like that. Hopped over this hill along the road and then I saw Maribel, so yeah, hiked into there, and looks like it's mainly a rodeo town. I don't think anything else really was open. There was a pub there, but it looked kind of abandoned, so I don't think that opens. As soon as I first saw it, it was lunchtime, and I thought, oh yeah, I could go a pub meal for lunch, and then I realised that it was like all closed up, and yeah. But where I did stop for lunch, I walked into the park area, and it was so nice in there. Such a nice park, heaps of history and plaques and things around. Yes, so much effort's gone into that place. It was really nice. There were good toilets there too. So yeah, I sort of took my time because I knew this Marschalls hut wasn't far from Maribel, so yeah, I just hung out there, got a few things done while I had service. Oh, that's right, I passed my 700k marker, so yeah, while I was in Maribel I posted my photo. So yeah, I headed out of town on a bitumen road, and I passed this paddock of everything. Well, camels were behind it, and there were goats and alpacas, and baby goats, they're so cute, in this field. And then walking along the bitumen, and like the speed limit got up to 100 just before I had to turn off it, and so I was like, whew. Yeah, not a fan of bitumen road walking. More dirt roads. Hello? Oh, you friendly cows. Hello. got put back in a section like this morning, like just walking through in between paddocks in these little sections, but that didn't go on for as long. I come out to this road and past this property, and there were like 2 dogs going nuts at me, and they would not be reasoned with. Like, I tried shushing them and talking to them and being nice and everything, and they didn't want a bar of it. They were just like, and after I crossed over that stile, I had to walk, like, I'm assuming it's their canola field, I had to walk through, like, beside the crop and the property fence, and the dogs were like getting so close to me, like I was sort of within a meter, like pushing into the crop, because the dogs were trying to like snap through the fence at me. So yeah, that was a bit scary. I did not want to get bitten by a dog on the trail. I reckon they would have probably had a go given the chance. But yeah, they followed me, so I'm like pushing past all this canola, trying to stay away from the fence, and then eventually the trail followed like the crop, and the yard fence line went the other way, so the dogs weren't in my face anymore, which was nice. Then I come across this arrow pointing like along the crop, pointing into the crop, and I'm like, okay, I'd heard about a crop that I would have to walk through, and as I got closer I kind of saw like a little bit of like a trail, like you could tell that people had cut through there. But I looked up ahead and thought, no, like I think there's a gap in this crop, like it might be 2, like I think the end of the crop is like right there. So I walked up a bit further, and I just ended up walking around it. It was like so much water though that I had to dodge, and like, you know, like just deep, like gross water and stuff. And then eventually, yeah, got around a bit further and then saw a trail marker. So I thought, so you don't have to go through the crop. Why put a marker like that? Which has obviously confused people, because like I said, you could just tell by the way the crop was that people had gone through there. So like, yeah, some of the markers are just very questionable. I'm just assuming it was just all one property, and I'm just calling it the annoying property because it was weaving through like around canola crops, and then I spotted this stile up ahead, and I thought, yay, like please be, you know, the stile going over the fence out of this property. But no, like went back around another canola crop and past this weird like segregated fruit tree area, which was like out in the middle of nowhere on the property in between canola crops. I don't know, it was just weird. It was by like a little dam though. And then eventually came to another fence line and a stile, which did take me, I'm assuming, yeah, off that property, away from canola fields anyway. And then, yeah, just into the bush, and that was cool. It was like a proper trail kind of thing in the bush, with markers along the way, and had a little bit of a hill climb, and then, yeah, came across the sign for the spur trail to the hut. I had to come down a fair way to this hut, and in the morning I'll be going back up to the trail and then up a little bit more. Looks like the trail sort of goes up over that. And they really just got in. perfect. Drank the rest of my electrolyte drink I made up at lunch and filled up the water bottle and put a tablet in it so that I have water to use for later. That was day 36. Yes, very canola heavy and lots of roads. But I don't mind that. It makes for easy walking, well, when they're not muddy. That section was shit and slow going, but yeah, most of the roads were good, and yeah, it's kind of nice. Just turn off your brain or let your brain wander and do whatever it's gonna do and sort stuff out in your head while you're not constantly wondering where the trail is. So yeah, it's pretty good. So yeah, today was a pretty easy day. Army says today was 24.4 k's, so yeah, pretty easy day really. Just, yeah, pretty easy walking and yeah, not too far. So yeah, it was a good one. Tomorrow is town day. I should make it into Kapunda, and I'm shouting myself a rest day there because these past 2 days I've combined 2 days that were on my itinerary, so I'm a couple of days ahead of schedule, so I'm going to have a rest day in Kapunda, and I already had a rest day planned for Tanunda, but I'm going to make that 2 rest days. So yeah, getting super lazy now, but oh well, it's the way it's working out. So anyway, stay tuned for tomorrow. See ya.